Right, next topic. If we make a texture, what does that mean? The texture is used by a shader. I've got this one that uses two textures. This is shader code, so we have two textures here, background and benchmark. Yeah, those are related to descriptor sets. Let me have a look at the actual shader code. And this is from, that was from this one. This is the same code as we just had. And then here it is preprocessed. This is what we are actually compiling. So this here is then our texture, and this is the other texture. Meaning it is descriptor set 0 and 1, in both cases binding 0. And that means that we have to bind the descriptor sets. Here we see bind vertex bars. Tomov, nothing. And hello bear, how are you? Yeah, it's, I wanted to ask people this. I am assuming that YouTube is not forcing you to watch an advertisement, right? Because I'm not getting any money, not for the work that I do, also not for the streaming. So I would be mad if they show any advertisements to people. If they do, then I immediately switch to to Twitch or something. So Twitch is not showing that. Right, bind descriptor sets. Here it happens. No, I don't. PHP descriptor sets. This returns a vector of descriptor sets. Not exactly. Then I have the frame index here. Oh, I'm passing the frame index. Okay. Instead. Right, so apparently I'm having descriptor sets here, but they're just handles. So the descriptor sets themselves should be stored somewhere else. And most likely in a vector using the same index, because they are definitely linked. And that could be this one, depending on what this is storing. No, also not just the handles. Okay, let's look how, yeah, where we do get the handles from. So this is being filled. Resize, what is this? There's a constructor of a pipeline. Okay, apparently it's passed to the constructor of the pipeline. Yeah, this place is hard to find where a constructor is being called, I think. But apparently it is passed to as a third argument here with this type. Maybe I should look where that is being filled instead. My guess is that that would be this one, which has an accessor. Going to guess in advance, and that is what is being called here when we construct a pipeline. Yep, that's where it was. So here we have the call, and then that is being passed as a third argument to the constructor of the pipeline. So this is where it comes from. Shader input data call to that function. Want to know what that is being filled in. Const reference access and resize here. That's interesting. Here it's just being set. And here is the rest being set, I guess. I vaguely remember I've written this. Yeah, this code, really, either you remember everything, or you have to write code that you never have to look at again. This really just should work. Now I can still navigate it a little bit by searching like I'm doing now. But yeah, it better really works, right? Okay, it might be set from an existing descriptor set. I think the other one is more interesting to look at where it is missing. Might be that they didn't exist and I just created it. Yeah, let's go to top of the file. Empty, resize, existing, printing, missing. And now update descriptor set. This is usage, set the layout binding. This is a jump to the top. So I'm gonna go with this one. Let's look where the missing descriptor sets come from. Allocate descriptor set. Okay. I mean, this is where it is created. Okay, I was suddenly distracted by the question, how does it know when it is a texture or not? But I was actually looking for where they are being kept alive. When are they even at all being destructed ever? Don't even see anything being moved here. Is this a leak? Is allocate stuff? Oh, it leaks until the descriptor pool is being destructed, I think. Cannot even get rid of them. Oh, it's a cons reference, not interesting in that. Interested. No, we must look at what is being returned here. Descriptor sets. Allocated descriptor sets. I guess they're just making empty descriptor sets, a bunch, and then we put those in this vector here. So they are really nothing, they're just descriptor sets, nothing in it even. Or am I crazy? That's just debug code. And then it is being returned. Okay, they're made with a certain layout, but for the rest, yeah, that's about it. So I can only get rid of it by destructing this pool here, descriptor pool. It seems kind of ridiculous because I only have one descriptor pool here. This is a pool that I can delete things from. I think with this commented out, that's not possible. Well, in that case, it would grow and grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. Okay, let's write something. I see that Post Bunny is asking Bear to unban Post Bunny, and I agree because I can also not remember. There is a possibility that that she got banned accidentally, because if you click, if those bots are there, you know, the spam bots, and you click on the dot dot dots, vertical dot dot dots, then if right before you click someone says something, so the chat scrolls, then you can get the wrong person, and that is just not visible. You get a pop-up and it doesn't say who you are going to hide. You just get a pop-up. So I think she was hidden or something. So the hide user on this channel thing by accident. But I don't know how to undo it. I cannot get a list of people that are hidden on the channel or shadow banned or however you will call it. If anyone of the moderators could figure that out. I mean, it's especially what is the word? Possible. I cannot think of the right word because Post Bunny was chatting a lot. So if you accidentally would hit another chatter, then the chance that that was Post Bunny is quite large. Oh yeah, Heratin says fixed now. I don't know how you did that, Heratin. Thank you, but I think YouTube is not liking me. I cannot control these bans and stuff. Right. I think I want to be able to free one descriptor at a time. Oh, you didn't. Sorry. I should be signed in and then studio, now in stream webcam and manage. And manage is nothing. Alright, I think I am there now. From the left menu, settings, community, moderators. Yeah, we have a lot of moderators. Approved users. I have approved users. Yeah. Hidden users. There's a Milo123 Pro. I think that was indeed. I'm going to remove everyone, I think, except Post Bunny is here. Ping. Now I fix it. There's a lot of other people that I do not really recognize as spam bot. I think I just remove everyone. That doesn't clearly look like a spam bot. Few hours lives. No. Simp of the century. I think someone was banned for being a troll. Voice mod troller. Let's keep that one. Is it two Russian guys or two whatever it is? I'll unban them as well. True Bolt and Nikita Solsky. Okay, now definitely only spam bots are left. Save. I have to go back to my live streaming. Okay, can you try Post Bunny again? It definitely should be unbanned now, although I'm not sure if it is instantly. Maybe you have to rejoin. Yeah, it works. You are back, Post Bunny. And I learned something. How to unhide people. But you have to promise me something, Post Bunny. No more flirting in the chat. It just doesn't work. This is about C++. Now, what to do here? Undo, redo, yeah. So if I add this, then I can probably free a descriptor set one by one. I can look that up, I suppose, or maybe I should look at yep, that's what I have to look up then. No. Hey, Retin. I laughed because of your remark. This is pretty empty here. What is going on? That's something else. I mean, it takes a while before this page loads, but this is ridiculous. I do not get it. This is one thing per page. I want to have the whole thing. Where is it? Nope. No, it says my project, man. Yeah, and now is it loading it or not? No, there something appeared. We'll wait a few more minutes. Also look, yeah, it's using CPU. Something is happening, and there we are. Big file, and then we have to wait for that. Oh, that's 4 of them. If a descriptor pool has not had any descriptor sets freed since it was created or most recently reset, then fragmentation must not cause an allocation failure. Note that this is always the case for a pool created without the VK descriptor pool create free descriptor set bit set. Okay, long word specifies that descriptor sets can return their individual allocations to the pool. All of VK allocated descriptor sets, VK free descriptor sets, and VK reset descriptors pool are allowed. Of which we then need this one, I guess. To free a descriptor set, we have to call this free descriptor sets device pool descriptor set count and an array of things that we want to delete. Right. What about thread safety? Host synchronization. Host access to descriptor pool must be externally synchronized. I think I already have that actually. Host access to each member of P descriptor sets must be externally synchronized. P descriptor sets. Oh, it's just I don't know. Looks like an input to me. Okay, so here we have a create descriptor pool, allocate descriptor sets. Do I have a reset descriptor pool? I guess that would be part of the destructor of this type here. Or can we also do that directly? Unique descriptor pool. Yeah. Well, no. Theoretically, I would want to reset the pool, I guess. Which then would be using something called Descriptor pool. I'm pretty sure. This is allocated script sets. This creates the descriptor pool, and this is allocated script sets again. So well, we don't have it. Let's add it. That is, I need both this one and that one, but I'm going to start with this one, I think. Reset descriptor pool. And now we're talking about that. I'm not sure if we can reset it, well, if I pass it like a const reference, but maybe I can. Maybe I can. Let's try it. That's a read access, and then we get a get, and then we still allocate for it. Interesting. Really? What? Strange. I don't understand this. I mean, it seems wrong. But I don't like to jump to conclusions. When I wrote this in the past, I must have had a reason for it. The access to the descriptor pool must be, what was it? Thread safety stuff. Host synchronization. Host access to descriptor pool must be externally synchronized. Okay, we need a mutex. And here I'm using the pool to allocate stuff. So why would a read lock be enough? A read lock would mean that multiple threads can do this concurrently. It's not even a read lock. How can you call this a read lock? Read lock? A read lock while allocating stuff? Nah. Besides, it uses a primitive thing, just a mutex, so there is no read lock. But I think we should use a write lock. That gives problems. Cannot do a write log here, I think. The reason we cannot do a write log is because this function is const. Yep. And the reason it is const is because it is thread safe, I guess. Yeah. Okay, it's thread safe const. It's not really const. I'm like passing logical device everywhere as a const, logical device const pointer. So it doesn't even have anything non-const. Now what? Allocate descriptor sets. Logical device. Jump to a logical device. Oh, that's the wrong logical device. Huh? There it is. Allocate descriptor sets. Const. Everything is const here. It's ridiculous. Why? Okay, so what I'm doing is, I explained it before, but it's not very apparent here, I must say. But it is possible that I call everything const so that I can access it while having only a read log. With a read log then means, well, it's const access, hence the const. But a read log then means that multiple threads are allowed to access it at the same time. And yeah, then they're just being blocked, because if they try that, mutexes have, must be locked in order to make a thread safe, and then multiple threads can access it. And this thing is either it just has to be thread safe, I think. How on earth has this started to be const? Like everything is const. Well, almost none of them is. No, I'm not using a const cast, am I? There's no cast here. Const pointer cast. Const cast. Of course, there's no const cast. They look genuinely const. So what is the problem then? I guess the problem is the interface of Vulkan, the API Vulkan itself, which does not have any const. Think. Allocate image memory. So I have a descriptor pool, and even though this pool is const, I can still use it. Well, yes, I can, because my API allows a read access to something that is const. And that's what I do. This gets a read access. And then we have const access to the pool, and that allows me to call get. So what I get here is const access to the unique descriptor pool. And then I call get on that, and I get something that I can change. How broken is that? The unique descriptor pool is a unique handle of descriptor pools. And the unique handle has... this is not my code, this is from the Vulkan API. That has a get, and the get is const. I should be getting this get. Okay, I'm getting a const reference then to m value. But the value is type, and type is the first template argument to the unique handle, which happens to be descriptor pool. So I get a const reference to a descriptor pool. If you ask me, that is what I get. And that is a handle. Right. And handle is an, I don't know, an int or pointer type, 4 or 8 bytes. Yeah. That's why it not works. So I think we see here a serious error in the Vulkan API because they pretend to support C++, but really it was all written in C, and they wrote wrappers around it, so it became C++ between quotes. And they did not support the constness correctly. The only thing they can give me is a handle, which is like, say, an integer. It's not even a pointer, otherwise it could be a const pointer. Nope, it's just an int. Therefore, we can just make a copy. Therefore, it works with const access. I just make a copy of this thing here. I could do descriptor pool equals that. This get gives me a const reference to a descriptor pool, so we just make a copy of it. Make a copy of the handle, no problem. And then we use the handle here, and then it's going to allocate stuff from this descriptor pool, which is absolutely not allowed. Very unsafe. How do I fix that? How do I fix that? Is a descriptor pool handle ever const? I don't think so, no. So I just always have to get the right log. Now in this case it works because read and write log are the same thing. But the syntax is definitely wrong. It's the same thing because I'm using mutex locking. So the cred here just locks the mutex. And then it's read write safe. But it also reveals something with my own code and that is wrong. I'm thinking, can I not force myself to take the right log here? Yeah, hello, Mr. Homeless. Can I not force myself? It's a bit weird situation, I have to say. Let me undo this first. Oh. It's a weird situation. It almost feels like I need a new policy. A policy where read locking is not allowed. You can only write log it. Oh, that's not regulated by the policy, apparently. Well, it is. I could replace this with just access. So remove the const here. Okay, what happens if I delete these things? I mean, it immediately will not compile. Let's just try deleting one of them. Yeah, I was afraid of that. And these things are just always defined. I guess I should define types here that you are not allowed to construct. It's kind of weird, but already have something unsupported here. Yeah, well, whatever reason people have to use that. Okay, so now it prints this. The write lock only policy does not support CRED, red CRED. And it says that for here, for this thing here. So then I'm like, okay, and this has to be a what? Apparently. And then we get another error. No matching function for call to AI thread, safe access, wrapper, blah, 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 blah. Write lock only access, const, That's not very clear. Well, I know what it is, but it's not very clear. Yeah, I guess the problem is the cons here. And here we have no const. So you have to get rid of the cons of the first argument. Very unclear error. These days with concepts I should be able to make it more clear, but I feel I have no time for that. I cannot continue working on those libraries. I worked on them for 20 years, well now 10 years at least. At some point you have to stop. Anyway, I'm pretty sure the problem is that the descriptor pool here is const. Meaning that I have to remove this const here. Okay, descriptor sets. In fact, the descriptor pool just cannot be const anymore, anywhere. But this can still be const. I'm passing the descriptor pool. This one is already a right access type. The other thing is created. I think we went around. Yeah. No declaration matches. So I added this one below allocate. Unexpected. I guess we have a friend somewhere that we don't have for the new write log only. Let's see, required from here, error, standard atomic, this is an AI thread safe. This ref is private in this context, wrapper mref. Access const. Oh, right. I think I understand where the problem comes from. Yeah, I do have a friend indeed. Read write primitive and here write log only. No, I don't get it. I think I saw somewhere a friend of, let's say, read access type. Nope. Gonna look for all the friends, because I'm pretty sure it has related to friends. Yeah, here, this one. So by changing these types to something unrelated, they are suddenly not a friend anymore. Really? That is so annoying. if you see the comment, this is about access to the object. And I'm accessing the reference count. Why am I accessing the reference count? From access const. Now this is a base class of access and I'm still using access. Yeah. Oh well. Okay, this is what is the word? Contrived. Let's delete all of this again. I don't think this is a good approach. At least I'm not, yeah, I don't know. I'm not convinced it is. Okay, I have to repeat this. Yep, I removed the const from here because, yeah, it's no longer const, or at least we must take the right log. And that means that logical device now suddenly has to return a pointer, a non-const pointer. Otherwise, we cannot get to the descriptor pool. However, I really don't want to do that. I mean, I would have to change 10,000 lines from logical device const pointer to logical device pointer. And suddenly everyone can access everything in a non-const way, which is does not feel safe. So definitely not worth it. Which means that the cat descriptor pool must be const, and it could be const because, well, you know, it's just accessing something. The only requirement I have is that whatever we return is non-const, which is of course not possible when this is const. But there is the following trick. Now I'm gonna call this one thread safe. const, meaning that it's okay to return a non-const reference to a class member from a const function, because this const no longer means const, it means thread safe const. Right, you get it? However, in that case, I need to make sure that that thing and the usage thereof is thread safe. And ta-da! It's this type, which is this type, which is like literally thread safe. Therefore it is allowed, but then I must add mutable here. And I can copy this comment, I guess. Using thread safe const for member function that access this. Since this constant only means that it is thread safe, we need to enter mutable here, so that's possible to obtain write log. Exactly that. Duplicated comments are not as bad as duplicated code. Either that, or I could define a macro and define the macro to mutable, and then instead of mutable use the name of the macro here, and then the name of the macro must more or less explain this. Thread safe mutable? I don't know, I need to write my own language. Let's stick to mutable with a large comment for now. Right, and then I want to see what happens if I put my CRAD back here. Because the point was then that I did want to force myself to use the what type. Const read access type, and that should not compile, as in should not compile. Saying that private, I guess, private access. It's inaccessible. Inaccessible. So really nice. So that seems to work. I was working on the reset. Div reset. Let's also add debug output for it. Or not, that one. Can we print the scriptables? Should be able to. Dubious, because I'm parsing it and not printing it here. Oh, I am, but as a pointer. Okay, let's do it the same way. I don't care. And then I need to get the right access into the thing. And we need to call on mDevice reset descriptor, I guess. Or what was it? So get the we get right access type to it, and then mDevice, which is a pointer. Steal. Allocate descriptor sets. Yeah, that's one way. Probably going to need a handle like that. Come on, bloody mouse. Okay, something with the handle, and it's probably called, nobody knows. Why am I not on the page where it says what it was? Reset descriptor pool. Now that's a C name. So but it's called reset with a lowercase r. And that is a pool reset flags. How many things do we have? Yeah, I guess this one. We need to pass flags, apparently. Descriptor reset something bits. Empty. Okay, I'm not gonna bother with that then. Or is there something in here? Type def, no, what? Nah. It's probably something that is reserved or something. But then what do I pass? Nothing? Nothing. That's confusing. It wants us to pass something, but there is nothing to pass. How does that work? Flags here. Flags is reserved for future use. Yeah. And then they make a C++ wrapper around that where you still have to provide it. These guys don't understand C++, if you ask me. Flags must be 0. Okay. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Okay, we're gonna pass 0 then to reset the script pool. Oops. Do Control T. Yeah. But I think 0 is really, really silly because it's not 0. That doesn't exist. There is no 0. It's empty. So instead I'm going to try to pass that, which in my book means don't care. And that should result in the same thing, I think. Okay. Do we have a return value or anything? You have a return value, right? A result here. Don't want to have oh no, this one has a void. That's the one I'm using. Okay, so this should work. Not that I can ever call it, of course, because just suddenly nothing, everything that would be allocated from it is not allocated anymore. But hey, that would be the support for it if I added that function. I wanted to call it. And then we have, where am I going here? Then I have, let's say, it's getting too late. I have to go to bed, or at least stop, you know, like right now would be a good idea. But I want to add the other one already. So let's go here. I said right now. Yeah, I know. Talking to myself. I'm not in control of my own life. Someone else is. I mean, my other self is in control of my life, not me. I go to bed too late. I get up too late. Okay, but the other one. Seriously? Control F. Let me do it again. Ding, ding, ding. Nope, that's where it was. Okay, this one, free descriptor sets. Free descriptor sets takes the following arguments. Descriptor pool. Here's another one. You have not defined enhanced mode. Is that not better? Yeah, I don't want a result. Descriptor pool and an array proxy for the descriptor sets. That will be the vector. Let's also print this. Again, we have a descriptor pool, I guess. Yeah, yeah. It starts to ask for a new object, the descriptor pool object. But then again, you know, you can make a descriptor pool object and then have a free on that and a reset on it. But then it needs to know about a logical device. So either way, you have to pass something. Anyway, I add a function, a member function to logical device for basically everything that takes the device. So each call in the API has a call here. This is so short. No, doesn't matter. I don't know what I want to pass. Some vector probably. Let's look at it as a const reference. Descriptors. Three descriptor sets. VK descriptor set. Yeah, I'll have to look here. It has to be something that takes a VK descriptor set like that, and it is a const reference. Okay. If I had to redo this, I think I would use the C API, because I ended up writing wrappers anyway. It's a waste of code almost. I don't know. The C++ wrappers that they wrote are not very good, so you might as well do it yourself. And that might hold for any language if they have other language bindings. If you can use C, I would use C and then write your own wrappers. I mean, it's not a wrong decision, if you ask me. Okay, so I'm gonna log off again. Didn't do much this evening. The only thing I did was add two functions for the Descriptor pool. No progress. Okay, I made it a little bit safer. Okay. Long road ahead of me. Long road. Okay, yeah, I added this free descriptor sets in order to add something that will allow me to get rid of uploaded textures, because you kind of have to close, I think, the buffers that you uploaded, and then you cannot bind those buffers to these descriptor sets anymore. I might want to just give them back to the pool. So building an API for the cleanup of freeing of resources related to textures and vertex buffers as well. Buffers in general, I guess, or buffers, images, things that you upload. And then I don't know yet. I just think of things as I go, I guess. I don't know. I'll just work every day. Work. There must be a song about that. See? There it is. I think I'm going to listen to it. I'll see you tomorrow. And would this run if you tried? And I read it especially because it has the word run in it. Because I used run as my name for a long time. I still see it as my name. I have too many aliases on the internet.